So now we need to talk about, before we get to Al, we got to talk about...
Yes, some trailers dropped. We got to make a quick run to the trailer park.
I don't know if I've been excited about a movie, because the second Mortal Kombat 2 trailer dropped. Holy shit, it looks like they are nailing this.
This looks like the first Mortal Kombat animated film.
Dude.
Like, beat for beat. And I got no problem with that. I'm fine with it.
And Carl Urban as Johnny Cage could be the casting of the decade.
I thought he was too old when they casted him, but it feels right.
Yeah.
It feels right.
Especially showing him at, like, conventions as this failed actor.
He's an out-of-time actor.
Yes.
He had his time, but it was years and years ago, and now he's
He is very much Ben Stiller from Tropic Thunder. He is Scorcher, but no one's going to the movies anymore.
Yeah.
And so he's trying to revive his career, and here he's...
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm so excited for this.
This looks so fucking good.
I'm so excited. I love the moment when he's just like, I don't hit girls. And she's like, good. I'm going to beat the shit out of you.
Exactly. But it's like, in the first trailer, we only had like a short scene with Cole. You don't really see him at all in this one. You see a lot of Johnny Cage and Liu Kang. Like, you see the OGs.
And they're doing what I was... Because when so many people died in the first one, there was like, yeah, they can bring people back from the dead, but how is this going to impact everything? Having Liu Kang's boy be in a Mortal Kombat with him in this Netherverse type thing, I can get behind this.
Dude, it looks so
good.
This
looks really good.
I can't fucking wait.
I'm kind of deeply into it, and they know how deeply into it we all are, because they're like, the wait is almost over, and it's like, yeah, I know, I'm so ready.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I like, even my son, when I showed him the trailer, in his own way, when the trailer ended, he, not word for word, but I could tell in his own way, he said, fuck yes. Mm-hmm. Because he was just like, oh my God. Like, he was almost like he just wanted to jump in the screen and watch it right now.
Yeah. No, it's that, and it's Street Fighter, and I'm so ready for both.
Oh, it looks so good!
They both look so good. You want to talk about masterclasses and trailers? Huh. Oh my God. Both of those trailers are so insanely good. I don't know if we've talked about the Street Fighter trailer on the show.
I think we did.
That was one of the best trailers of last year.
Yeah.
And this is one of the best trailers immediately this year.
I'm curious to see the next Street Fighter one, though. Because it's like, the one thing I'm giving Mortal Kombat 2 over Street Fighter is it's going off of the pedigree of Mortal Kombat 1, which I love that movie. It was a very good movie. And it had the tone that it gives me more hope. Mm-hmm. That this movie is going to be great, the second one. Where Street Fighter, it's like, okay, I know the trailer looks great, but this is completely unseen by anybody. Like, the tone, the true tone of the movie, the true acting, the true directing, no one knows anything about this. What are we going to get?
Exactly. So it's like, I really, because I agree with you, this gives us an idea of what the feel and pace on this is going to be. I'm really interested. The one question I have is just, what are we doing with Sub-Zero? Because there's a few Sub-Zeros.
Yes.
So we could have the brother, cousin, relation Sub-Zero. We could have the original Sub-Zero, who's a bad guy. We could do a lot of different things. So I'm very curious to see where they go with this. Are there going to be other ninjas? There's other ninjas in the games. I know most Mortal Kombat stuff from the animated films. So I can't just be like, oh, I remember that. But like, I've seen a lot of these things, and I'm like, are any of these things going to come up later on? Kano is in this. We didn't see much of Sonya Blade.
No, little bits.
But we'll see. We'll see what that's all about, because she and Johnny Cage have like.
I was going to see, we saw more Jax in the trailer than Sonya Blade.
Yeah, so I'm curious, because that's supposed to be a thing. They have like a kid together. That's a whole thing. Is that going to be a thing that we talk about at all? Is that kind of seen and not heard? But overall, I think this looks really good.
Yeah, it looks so good.
This is a step definitely in the right direction.
I can't wait. And luckily, it was originally coming out on the same day as Mario Galaxy, but now it's coming out literally the day before my son's birthday. I think it's May 9th.
Oh, there you go.
And so I said to Ethan, I'm like, there's your birthday present. I'm taking you to go see this movie. But luckily, they separated wisely.
Yes.
A couple months away from Mario.
Yeah.
Which actually I appreciate, because I was going to have to weigh which movie to go to, because my son wants to see both. I would rather see Mortal Kombat, but like the Mario one, we could take my daughter to, and my wife could go. So now we could do both.
Gemma doesn't want to watch Mortal Kombat?
Nope.
Are you sure?
Yes. I am completely and totally sure on that one. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. Did you have any other trailers?
The only other trailer I wanted to talk about was Pokemon.
So we'll bring up the Nintendo. Well, technically it wasn't a Nintendo Direct. Pokemon Direct.
Which was very, very good. Dropped on Friday.
Had some weird,
Had
that little Game Boy player with the music.
That I don't get. Listen, I'm a big fan of peripherals and collectibles, right? I love those things. I remember when we had those as necessity.
Yeah.
That wasn't like a fun, like, ooh, and it plays all the songs you like, but you have to plug in different cartridges. That was having a MP3 player.
Yeah.
That was what having an MP3 player was each one would play one song. And you'd have to go and get a different one, and it would play a different song. And so when I saw that, I was like, that's interesting. I don't know that we as a society need this, but okay. My big thing was when they were like, we made it realistically sounding. And it's like, well, I would hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Road work ahead. I would hope so.
Each, like, there was it 45 different cartridges? It's like, this is the most blatant cash grab I think I've ever seen.
I don't know about those.
Because there are going to be those super fans that are going to want every one of them.
And some are going to be rarer than others.
They're going to be like $10 per cartridge.
At least, probably more.
The player will probably be $100.
Probably. And it's just like, I don't know. I love a collectible as much as anybody.
That one was nuts, though.
But I don't know about this. The various apps, I had the exact same reaction of like, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I don't really care about it.
It's not really our thing.
This is fine. I know some people are really excited about this. I don't care.
Yeah.
And I don't know that you could convince me to care. Pokemon Go has been, or as Hillary Clinton likes to call it, Pokemon Go to the polls, has been out for 10 years now. And that entire time, I think I played for like the first week.
Yeah.
I think I played Pokemon Go 3 times in my entire life.
You don't really hear about it anymore, so
no, it's very niche. It's very like, if you know people that are into it, they're very into it. But by and large, you don't see it running around a whole lot like other Pokemon games do.
Mm.
For the record, the device plus 45 cartridges with songs, only $70.
For all of it to combine?
For all of it.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that's not bad, shocking. But that doesn't make it better for me. You know, it's just like, I don't know.
Thank you, Kelly.
That's important information, though.
No, that's important information. $70. Because I thought for sure they were going to be getting.
I thought they would all be sold separately, and it was going to be a whole thing. Huh. I don't know. I just feel like I feel like in the grand scheme of how to farm nostalgia, this wasn't where to start. But fine, okay, I get it. I understand why you're doing it. I just think it's stupid. I think it's dumb. But that was a lot of the Pokemon games. Was like, I get it. I think this is stupid. Pokopia,
the new Minecraft clone.
Everybody and their cousin says it's great. Everybody is hyped. The hype train is running, and everybody says it's great. It doesn't just look great; it is great. But my thing is just like that. Absolutely could be true, and I hope it is, because Pokemon needs an alternate form.
Yeah.
Other than just the base Pokemon games, which have been drifting further and further away from what a base Pokemon game used to be anyway. Pokopia seems good. I cannot look at the main character. I haven't seen the character creation mode, so it might be one of those things where you can make it much more palatable. But I was sitting next to Kelly, and I was just like, can I just play as a Ditto? Can I just play as a Ditto and then it transforms as needed to do certain things? Can I not play as a weird Play-Doh child? I hate the weird Play-Doh child.
Or they should let you, like, you should be able to play as the Pokemon.
I mean, like, I get why it's a Ditto,
like
because
your favorite Pokemon.
That's why you can do all the different things, right? You need to be able to copy moves so you can do all the different things around the island. I get it. I just don't like the design of the child at all. No part of it. I hate the arms. I hate the Betty Spaghetti long arms. I hate the body. I hate the head being way too big. I hate the look of it. The Ditto face is fine, but not on a child. It doesn't look good. It's just bad. I don't like it. And it's such a barrier for me to be excited about that game. I hope that I'm wrong. I would love to be wrong. but it's the first, second, and third thing I think every time I look at that game is just like...
See, and I'm the same as you because I'm not a Pokemon guy. Like, I've never really played... I know you played a lot of the games. I never really played the games. I did the card game with my son. I look at it is... I want the Switch 2 to be an unmitigating success so that... I mean, it already has been for its start. But for me, being like, this is going to be my system for the next 8 years. So I want it to be a crazy success so they keep bringing different games to it. So I'm hoping this is a system seller.
Yeah.
I know the mainline games will be next year in 2027. But I'm hoping for now this is... something that gets people more into the systems because I'm worried in the next year the price is going to go up, which could hinder more people getting into it. So if this game at this time can get enough people to buy Switch 2s, that when the price does go up, we've already have enough of a base that it won't negatively affect any games coming to the system. That's my hope with this.
No, I agree. I hope Pokopia is successful because I want Pokemon to be more than one thing.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted Pokemon Snap to be more successful than it was in both of its iterations. I want there to be a better Pokemon Stadium game available. I want there to be better options in terms of, like, an actual fighting game.
Yeah.
You know, and, like, I know Pokemon has done all of these things, but not with a level of success that is... From an outside perspective, I think that these elements have been successful, but not marketed or emphasized as successful.
Yes.
Nintendo and the Pokemon Company seem to just think that they're not successful and do not garner enough of an audience to merit interest.
Yeah, for them, if it doesn't sell over 10 million copies, it's not successful.
Yeah. And it can't be something that can be backdoored into making more money like Pokemon Go or Pokemon Sleep or Pokemon Go to the Polls or all these other things.
Well, Pokemon Snap for me, I think, was a missed opportunity where if they didn't have it as an on-rails game, like if they had it where you're a character, you create a character and you just run around and take pictures of the Pokemon.
Yeah.
I think that would have, especially the new one. I understand the limitations of the N64 because that was the original one, right?
Yeah,
N64. I understand the limitations of them maybe having to do an on-rails, but with the Switch, where the remake came out, it's like, couldn't you have made it more of an open world and you're running around? And since there's no combat, it's not like you need to... Or even if you're like in a little vehicle or something, but you have the freedom to explore.
And there are elements of it where you have to explore. You have to sneak up on certain Pokemon in order to get pictures of them. Otherwise, they'll run away. And it's just like you can make these games more interesting. And I don't understand why Pokemon goes about a lot of its decisions the way that it does. I watched the trailer for the DLC for...
ZA. Oh, the Mega Evolution.
And I was just like, what the this is nothing.
Yeah.
This is nothing. It doesn't add anything to the base game. And B, there's nothing in this trailer that I'm like, ooh, something new. And they're like, oh, it's a new fucking rocket ship Pokemon, different form that already had a Mega form. But now it's a different Mega form.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, you guys are the worst.
Yeah.
You guys are the worst. You can't figure out why anything works, so you just do the exact same thing again and expect it to have the same level of success, even though it's the exact same thing as before.
Yeah.
And that's never going to be as successful the second time as it was the first time. So you got to go out and do other more interesting things. You have so many Pokemon that aren't very good that could use a refresher of one kind or another to make them better. And people love it when you do that. Why don't you do that more? Oh, well, then we won't offer them in all the games. Then why the fuck did you do it in the first place? If I can only find that Pokemon in certain games now. Even my favorite is like Arceus. They introduced a bunch of Pokemon that fixed a ton of useless Pokemon. And it was great. Super excited about all of it. And I start playing Violet and Scarlet, and I'm like, so those Pokemon that are related to the Pokemon that are in this game, you can get those Pokemon in this game. And they were like, no, those were ancient Pokemon. They were from the before times. And I'm like, you have a fossil resurrection system in the game.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about? That's not an excuse to not have them here. That's insane. That's what crazy people would say. I can revive dinosaur Pokemon from fossils, but this other Pokemon is just gone from the world after 100 years? What the fuck are you talking? And there's no way to revive it, but I can revive a horseshoe crab Pokemon and evolve it. But this bear from 100 years ago, never going to see it again.
It just seems like they print money. They know they will, so there are times they just get lazy.
Yeah, no,
and that's all this is. It's just them
crazy
being lazy.
Now that being said, love Leaf Green and Fire Red on the Switch.
Yep, $20 a piece, a little steep.
I think that's a perfectly reasonable price for me. I was happy to pay $20 to play Leaf Green. I've already started playing it.
Oh, you have?
I've already dug in, and I love that game. So the funny thing for me, this is just tangent, but like Leaf Green was the thing that I always wanted but could never have as a child.
Gotcha.
Because in America, it's not red and green, it's red and blue. And so I had blue, and I loved blue, and blue was great, and I enjoyed playing blue. And then Fire Red and Leaf Green come out, and I'm like, I can finally get Leaf Green, but every fucking store I went to didn't have a copy of Leaf Green. They only had Fire Red. And so I got Fire Red, and I played through that, and I had a great time. And so finally, after 20 years, no more, 25 years of being like, I would love to play Leaf Green, I'm playing Leaf Green.
Nice.
It is really nice. I'm very happy about that. The big thing,
Yes.
going back to the hype train, is we are at a point where nothing matters and we don't have to worry about it yet. It's all dreams, baby. Waves and wins, baby. Yep. Pokemon Waves, Pokemon Wins coming to you in 2027. And I am psyched. I am hyped up. I'm ready to go because I'm not worrying about all the other things. How are they going to ruin the evolutions? Yeah, we have years to figure that out. How is this not going to play well? No, don't worry about it.
Well, that's where I think they did the wise move because they showed it as a Switch 2 only game.
Yeah.
They need to keep it at that.
No, I was
love
gonna say,
Switch.
There's no way it can play on the Switch.
Nope.
Look at Violet and Scarlet and how
exactly
god-awful garbage trash fire those ran.
And how well they run on the
other one.
Switch 2.
And it's just like, of course this is going to be a Switch 2 only. I hope to God you guys get this right, because otherwise I'm going to be out of rope with you. I don't know how you, like, obviously you can fuck this up. You guys find incredible, new, profound ways to fuck things up. But, like, this looks great.
Dude, it looked amazing.
The look of the game is amazing. The character look is great. The starter Pokemon are all three at this point only possibilities. Like, they're all possibility.
Yep.
I already have 3 Pombons adopted and waiting in my cart for me. I'm the queen in Bridgerton. I just have Pombons everywhere I go.
How do you feel about being able to catch them underwater? Because it looks like you'll be able to catch Pokemon underwater.
It won't be the first time. You could do that in Ruby and Sapphire.
Oh, okay.
The mechanic was that you would have a move called Dive, and Dive would allow you to go through caverns underwater, and certain Pokemon could only be found underwater. I'm always very curious, especially because, like, there's no rule that says that the fire Pokemon can't play underwater. And so there was a lot of like, I'm going to use my fire Pokemon to fight in this underwater cave. What could possibly go wrong? But so I'm very curious how, in terms of the world and battle systems, those look. I'm very curious about battle systems. Pokemon has been trying to move away from battle systems and into something else. And I've always found that deeply frustrating because I like the simplicity of the Pokemon battle system. And it's not that they're replacing it with a complex Pokemon battle system. It's that there is no system. You throw ball and either catch or don't catch. And I'm like, that sucks. So hopefully they don't mess with it too much.
I'm hoping what's the game? Clair Obscura, the one that just won Game of the Year. I'm hoping that is going to convince these companies to go back to their old scheme, because Clair Obscura went back to the turn-based RPG attacks, which everyone loves, and I'm loving now in Dragon Quest VII. I'm still playing. And so hopefully they're like, okay, I know it's an older system, but it's a system that works for the game.
It's the system as intended.
Yeah, it's a system that works.
It wasn't until the 2000s that we moved away from
the DS games or the
turn-based
3DS
combat. Well, like, I am thinking of, like, so Final Fantasy X comes out in the early 2000s, and it is still a turn-based battle
Yes,
system.
it was 12 that went to the...
It was 11 and 12,
11 and 12
that moved over. Once the MMOs came in and World of Warcraft was taking off, it was like, oh, this is what people want out of RPGs, and then those were the only types of RPGs.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that me and Kelly like about Octopath, is that it is turn-based combat.
Yeah.
I just want there to be something within Waves and Winds that like actually emphasizes strong battle mechanics and doesn't say like, okay, we don't need to worry about this and we'll do something else instead, or makes it fully optional. Like, I don't mind something being optional, but it does devalue it once it becomes optional, because then you have all these other ways that you can raise your Pokemon to make them stronger, which is fine, but also like not usually as engaging. You know, I'm never one for like, they've had like pet beauty pageants and other things, and like, it's never worked for me. I've never been interested in that. Give me a good gym battle. I love a good gym battle. And this is an Undertale. We don't have to explore the psychology of pet battling or any of the other things if you really want to. But I feel like it's going to undermine the everything about what we're doing. I want this to have a really good story, because that's been something that has been woefully missing from the last few, is that the story was written for 5-year-olds.
That's what I've heard.
And it just, all of the stories have been bad. And then there's like one or two great moments within the stories, but they're at like the very end. Yeah. And there's just a lot of weird things. The last one was all based around a school, so the bad guys were bullies, but they weren't actually bullies. They were kids that had been bullied while at the school and fought back against their bullies. And so they were the bad guys because they fought back against their bullies. And it's like,
that doesn't make any sense.
What the fuck are you talking about? What's happening here? I'm so confused by the logic. This doesn't make any sense. Give me Team Rocket. Give me Team Alpha. You know, like give it to me that it's a group of people that are like, we're going to reset the system by creating a giant tidal wave, a massive earthquake. Yeah. I'm going to collect all the rarest Pokemon and make it so no one else can have fun. Fine. Great. Let's do that. But this weird, like, nebulous, there's no bad guys. Get this shit right out of here.
I would bet that as of right now, the average age of a Pokemon game player, like the video game, would be someone in their mid-20s. So it doesn't need to be a kid. Like, there are kids that play it, but the majority of the people are going to be teens, 20s, 30s, 40s.
You want to hit that Pixar level.
Yes.
Of it plays for 8-year-olds and it plays for 80-year-olds. You want to hit that butter zone, whereas the last few seem to have been very focused on, like, 8 to 12. And which maybe 16.
Nintendo nailed with the Mario and Luigi, like, RPGs.
Yes.
They were kiddie, but they were very funny. It had some adult humor. Not like...
Not crass, adult humor, innuendos. But definitely innuendos. Yep. Bowser would say kind of off-color things at times.
Exactly.
But, like, never offensive.
Yeah.
I just want this to be made for more than one person. For the love of God, make it so you can change your character's clothes and hair. What a new, incredible thing it would be to be able to change your hair midway through the game. Oh my God, can you even think about it? Like, give me something. The last thing I'll say on it is that when the trailer starts, I was lost because it's like a Pikachu hanging out in a house, and then it gets a knock at the door and it goes to answer the door. And these two Pikachus show up, and they're in, like, vacation clothes, and they're tan.
And it's like, was that Pikachu's mom and dad?
I saw a meme that was like, they look like conservative whites.
Yes, they did.
I was like, they very much did. They do look like conservative
and that's
whites.
What I thought. I'm like, that's his parents. It's gotta be.
Yeah, both of them have been in tanning beds. Yeah. For like 3 months, the male Pikachu is just Fred Willard. It's just Fred Willard. And it's Fred Willard and Jennifer Coolidge show up in Pikachu form.
Yes.
And I was just like, the fuck is this shit?
In the Florida Keys. Yeah. It's absolutely Florida.
I was so baffled. Yeah. And then the actual trailer star was like, oh, it's something good.
Which I gotta give... Now, I know Game Freak's the one that's making this.
Yes.
I do know that Nintendo does help out with some of their developers in making these games. Nintendo has always been the best at, even on their worst consoles, water. The physics, the look, and like the scenes where they're over the ocean and they're like standing on a rock. Like, it looks so good.
It looks so good.
And I'm hoping they nail that as like, I know it says some of the scenes might not be in game. I hope that is in game.
Yeah.
Like I want to have, I would even potentially play this Pokemon game if it had that look to it.
Yeah.
Because it looked fucking awesome.
Yeah. I'll be honest, graphic quality isn't the highest priority for me just because the story has been so bad. And let's be very clear here. They can still 100% botch this if the graphics look great. Like, if the graphics look great, but all 3 starters have shit evolution lines, which has happened more times than not the last few generations, where there's at least one D-level bad, and usually more than one. And at the very least, you're like, but why is it this?
Yeah.
But why is it this? And if you fuck this up, if you take these 3 starters, all of whom seem perfectly good points to begin with, and you fuck it up.
Like, I can't see how you can't take the water gecko and turn him into like a water dragon.
Like,
or
there's
something.
so many cool things.
Like, he's got to be.
But, like, here's the thing, is that they have taken a cute little cat and a little cat in Hawaii, and it breathes fire. Oh, it's so cute. And it, like, when it licks itself, it creates hairballs that are fire hairballs, and it spits those out. Oh, that's really cute. And it turns into a pro wrestler.
Yeah.
And you're just like, wait, what the fuck is this shit?
It's so dumb.
What are we doing?
It's so dumb.
And it's not even a fighting type. It's fire dark? What are we talking about right now?
I was a little wondering why they did the fire cat. I mean, it's a dog, but like 4-legged kind of character again. It's like...
Well, and I can almost guarantee you it won't remain 4-legged, because a lot of the 4-legged Pokemon become bipedal at some point in their evolutionary lines. Yeah. And it kind of pisses people off.
Isn't there already a large Pokemon lion? I seem to remember from my son's
There's
day.
several, yeah.
That's what I mean. So it's like, I'm kind of wondering why they went with that character.
There's a lot of dogs that could be cats, and a lot of cats that could be dogs.
Yeah.
And so there's like Pyrar, which is a lion fire type, but there's also Entei, which is a dog but could be a lion. And there was another one that I was just thinking of. There's a handful where you're like, is it a cat? Is it a dog? Well, it can't be both. Yeah. Game Freak has every opportunity to fuck this up. If they populate the world with shitty Pokemon, okay, that's going to fuck this up. If they have an element of the story that centers around something stupid that you have to do over and over again, they can fuck this up. If they have the tutorial be a 2-hour tutorial that you can't skip, but you have to go through fucking classes to learn how to play Pokemon! The game that a 3-year-old can play. The Pokemon that I have played while asleep and done well at. Yeah. Like, if you do not need a class to go and learn how to play Pokemon. If you want to learn how to EV level and all this other shit, go on Reddit. There are thousands of incels that will help you with that. All right? But, like, you don't need a tutorial to play Pokemon. You're insane. Stop it. So, Game Freak can screw this up? I hope to God they don't. I'm just focusing on being on the hype train and not where the hype train is going. And hopefully, the hype train doesn't turn into a nightmare hellscape like so many of these have become.